Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today, we're checking out one of the strategy games, one of the city builder games, in fact, that I have been most hyped for. Manor Lords, which is an epic medieval, but kind of like incredibly fluid and super unbelievably interesting city building game. It's really, really good, and I cannot wait to get down and see what's going on. Anyway, I am going to just give myself a very basic coat of arms. Sir Orbital, let's freaking go. Right, as ever, I'll do my very best to explain what the heck is going on, and hopefully we're going to have a little bit of fun along the way. So what is Manor Lords all about? Well, you play as the Lord of the Manor. You run your own little village, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We build it out from the basics, and as I say, is everything feels just incredibly fluid and incredibly cool. As ever, I'll do my very best to explain what the heck is going on, and we'll talk a little bit about what's on the screen in a second. But for now, let's click this button, which is going to give us our first couple of objectives. There's a fire at the heart of every settlement, a bastion of safety, warmth, and light against the darkness of the world. Brilliant. We'll build a granary, a logging camp, a forager hut, and a storehouse, and we've got 365 days in order to do just that. So, this is lovely. I mean, this is truly lovely. The first thing that we need to do, is rename this region, Potatoville. There we go. Brilliant. We need to rename the village, the region Potatoville. It's actually not the village specifically, it's the entire region. There's also a tech tree in here, by the way, but it's a work in progress, and we're not going to be able to do anything about it at the moment. Right, so you can see this is our starting area. It's kind of lovely. We've got a nice little sort of base of operations here. We've got a hitching post for the oxen, which helps us move things around. We've got some supplies that are exposed at the moment. That's what these warning labels are about. Supplies are exposed as well, and we've also got some homeless tents, which is where all of my families, all my workers are just chilling. So what's going on up at the top of the screen here? Well, we got unassigned families, assigned families. You know, are we assigning people to work in a certain sector? Or we definitely will be. We've got our total population, approval ratings, public order, regional wealth, livestock, number of months before supplies run out, and then we have literally all of our supplies over here. Currently showing total goods stored or surplus goods. Yeah, I mean, whatever, doesn't really particularly matter, does it? So we got food, we've got fuel, we got timber, we got stone, we got tools, materials, commodities, and we've got equipment. Right, okay, let's start the process of building things out. It is worth noting, by the way, that we've got a couple of resources that are already sort of chilling on the, map. We've got wild animals over here. We've got berries over there. We've got berries over there. We've got an iron deposit over there. And we've got our sort of border for the region, which is very nice. Now, there's a couple of unique and interesting mechanics about this game, which we're going to talk about as we go. But I guess one of the things that I'm most excited about with this title is just how responsive and fluid and natural everything feels like. And to be honest, thank you. Part of the reason that I say that is when, for example, you're building the road. Look at this; it kind of curves around like so. It's just a really sort of nice little feature that shows how serious the developer is about making this into a truly lovely little game. Anyway, let's build all of the required components. We should sort of get through this relatively easily. We'll build ourselves the logging camp. We'll build ourselves the forager hut as well over here. There we go. Yeah, unassigned peasants automatically work on construction. That is definitely worth noting. Forager hut has been built. We need to get a granary and a logging camp. We will get both of those things over here. So, yeah, we got ourselves the road. We got ourselves a timber pile, and we're going to get started on all of this, which is going to be just fantastic. Now, it's worth noting that the oxen hauls logs. So the oxen is actually very helpful when it comes to helping with construction, and I love that. It is brilliant. It is absolutely fantastic. Very cool indeed. So what else do we need to do? Nothing really until the logging camp is up and running. Nothing. Right. So let's start assigning some workers here. So we can assign workers when we do that. However, it's actually the families that will work on work on the logging camp. I think we'll stick with one for the moment. And again, you know, there's just a whole bunch of decisions that just really make sense. For example, we can set the specific work area of the logging camp. We're going to set a very specific area for now, but we could also just say, you know, just chop down any trees. I don't care. We're not going to chop near the berries. I don't know if chopping down the trees near the berries will actually make a difference, but I'd rather not chance it at the moment. Right, so logging camp is looking good. We'll get the... Oh, oops, that was a bit close. That's fine for now. We'll get the forager hut, and we'll hopefully start stockpiling a little bit of food. I am a bit terrified about the fact that we're going to run out of food. I've played a bunch of this demo. I played a fair bit. Food is a very hard resource to manage from my, you know, limited experience. But we can certainly try it. Right, so we got berries across here, berries across here. There's actually quite a close proximity to our operation. Now, what else can we build? So, we've got the gathering section. We can build a woodcutter lodge, which we'll build to make firewood. Very important. Forester hut, which allows us to plant more trees. Hunting camp. We're going to get a hunting camp. We're going to get one, no, not necessarily super soon, but not in a long time. Build a mining pit as well, which we can only build, well, over here. Well, I guess we would only want to build it over there. We've also got storage. We've got a hitching post as well, which is pretty cool. Allows us to help moving things around. This is where things are going to get very exciting in the village life section. We're going to... How do you say this? Burgess plot? Anyway, it's a house plot. And I'm going to talk more about that as we get over there. We can build a tavern. We can build a church. Farming and fields. I actually want to have a little look at what's going on. Underground water. We'll talk about that in a second as well. Emmer fertility. How are things looking in terms of fertility? Emmer apparently is wheat. Flax, we know what flax is. Barley. Right, so the green is obviously better. Green is obviously better. Emmer fertility is not bad. It's better over here near the border. But it's not bad, I suppose, on the whole. We do need to consider fertility of our crops because I do want to try and get farming set up. Not immediately, but we definitely want to get it set up at some point soon. Anyway, how are we doing for logs? We're not doing too badly for logs, I don't think. We are chopping away, which is marvelous. We got ourselves a granary. We can assign somebody to work in the granary. And we can also assign somebody to work in the storehouse. Now, I do indeed believe that I'm going to do that. I am going to do that. I am absolutely going to do that. I'm going to do it on a short-term basis. We're going to get one person in there, get one person in there, and actually, we should get the other two people that we have just chilling. We should get them working in the forager hut so we can start accumulating a little bit of food. Very important. Also, we've completed our little list of missions. Let's have a little look at what we've got going on here. Humble beginnings. Your supplies are dry and secure, and the first stage of work is done. The stories your people tell around the fire are of the many dangers of the world, from beasts to blights. It's time to bring wives and children to the settlement. Now they can take shelter in proper homes. For your lands to prosper and grow, you'll need not only workers, but families. Construct a well and construct some house plots. I refuse to say that word. I don't know what the origin of it is. Is it a French word? Probably, which is why I'm refusing to say it. But either way, we're going to build some house plots in just a second. So, I'm going to get a well. Now, the well needs to be built on the underground water river here, which I can do. I'd prefer to build it... There we go. Build some roads. And I'm going to be building lots of roads over the course of this little playthrough, so... Yeah, let's get cracking. Let's get things set up. So I've got somebody assigned to work in the granary. That's just going to allow us to move the supplies that we've currently got sitting out here in the open. It's just going to allow us to move them over to the granary and the storehouse respectively, because otherwise they're going to get damaged and we're going to lose them. And I don't really want to deal with that. So this is our character, by the way. This is me. This is Sir Orbital, and it is worth noting we can actually go and have a little look at our village from the ground. Do I really want to do this? No. But if I wanted to, I could inspect. I could inspect my people. Right. So we should be foraging. This should be happening quite quickly. Granary's looking fine. Storehouse looking fine. Great. We'll continue to get stuff moved across. So we need to get that well built. There's nobody building the well at the moment because we don't actually have any idle... We don't have any idle families. We don't have any idle workers. The oxen is just moving resources to the timber pile, and I'm quite okay with that. I'm very, very okay with that, in fact. I think the ratio of people that we've got working in different places, I think that's fine. We're going to need a lot of timber in order to build out our house plots, and so it's probably worth us considering that. Now, in terms of supplies, how many supplies do we have left here? I mean, a few. We got a little bit of bread, we got a little bit of firewood, a little bit of tool. A little bit of tool? One singular tool. One singular tool. Brilliant. Okay, so now that that's us moved all of the food in here, we can officially take you off there, and hopefully that's going to allow us to go back to building the well, which is going to be very, very important indeed. Brilliant. Excellent. Marvelous. Love to see it. Right, we got plenty of food. 20 berries. Holy cow, that's a lot of berries. It's excellent. The well is officially built, and now we need to build 5 house plots. So, I love this feature, by the way. I love the way... Thank you very, very much. I love the way that this game does house plots. I think it is so unbelievably cool. What you do is you literally mark out exactly where you want the house plot to be. And occasionally, look at that. Look at that. We can build 2 houses on this area. It costs us 2 logs per house. I mean, that's fine. Not a problem at all. But I really, really like the system. I think it's unbelievably cool, and I dig it. I really, really, really dig it. I think it looks great. I would really appreciate if I could get a little bit more in the log department. I would prefer that. I'd also like more food in the food department. To be fair, I think I just need more of everything. Anyway, yeah, the more logs we get, the more I will be able to evolve my little village here. Also, I think we're going to... See, just look at how responsive this road feels. It just feels so nice. Sort of like automatically builds around, creates these lovely little worn roads. It's just lovely. It's just really, really good. I don't know how much the walk speed is increased by building the roads, but I don't think it can hurt. Anyway, there's also the regional map. I think I spoke about that a little bit earlier. Cheap goods for import. Oh, we can import some bits and bobs over that area. We can also claim the territory with influence. That's interesting. We're going to need 1,000 influence in order to claim the territory. Well, that's not going to be possible for a little while. But conquest is definitely something that can happen. But as you probably saw at the very, very start, conquest is disabled at the present moment. But don't worry, we will be conquesting. We will be conquesting soon. I'm going to take our 1 person off the storehouse, and that's going to hopefully allow us to build with a little bit more urgency. There's literally nothing left in the supply pile that was once left over there. That is fine. So we've got 2 people that are unassigned at the moment. Those 2 people are going to allow us to build plots slightly faster. I think I'm happy with the amount of food that I've got. I'm not going to slow down my food collection, and I'll tell you exactly why. It's because of the seasons. The seasons are full-bodied in this game. And rightfully so. Very, very cool indeed. So there's a whole bunch of different things that happen in spring, summer, and autumn. Basically, berries start disappearing at the end of autumn. September to November is when autumn falls. We're not really in that area yet, but we are getting there, and that's something that we do need to bear in mind. Plus, every time that we build a brand new house, we are going to see a whole bunch of families arriving. It's 1 family per house, and every time we build another house, a family is going to arrive. Construction finished on the house plot. Excellent. Watch out for your supplies. Hungry and cold peasants can rebel. I don't want that to happen at all. No siree. No siree. Not at all. So, can we start building some more house plots, please? Look at how good this is. Look at how good this is. It just feels so unbelievably fresh. Yeah, I mean, that's going to require 6 wood to build, and also the video game doesn't want to let me have it. Oh, but you will let me have that. Well, okay, I'll take that. That sounds good. I mean, look at this. You end up with these really, like, lovely-looking cities that are actually quite unique and just sort of flow, which I think is really, really cool. Our population is up. Brilliant. We've got 6 workers. Marvelous. That's looking fantastic. Again.
Tomorrow, find a new home or town.
Yeah, we do need to build houses for the people that are existing. We need to solve their homelessness problem, and then we're going to be able to start getting a few more people. But anyway, I love the fact that you assign families. That's such an interesting sort of concept. That really, really is. We still have 3 homeless families. That's fine. Build cottages to provide them with shelter, or their approval will fall, and they might freeze in winter. That's fine. Okay. Excellent. So that should be the 5 houses that we're after. The video game should officially like me, I hope. We're also gaining a little bit of influence here. A lot of these features are... A lot of the features that revolve around sort of like the regional map and whatnot, they're all a little work in progress sort of esque. So don't expect things to be perfect on the sort of macro level, I guess. But definitely on the micro level, we've got a really, really interesting city builder on our hands, and I'm very, very interested. Either way, we're coming up to the end of this construction phase, which is going to be marvelous. Brilliant. And everybody should be moved in. Settlement level has increased, which is great. And we've got ourselves a few additional objectives to hopefully pursue. Quest completed, residential quest. Excellent. Great. Yeah, we'll look at that in just a second, but it is worth noting, by the way, it is worth noting that if we had the tech tree unlocked, then we would get to spend our development points, but we don't, because that's what it is. Right. We also, by the way, should note that our current settlement level is a small village. Next level is a medium village. We need more level 1 plots and a church in order to proceed to the next village level, which is a medium village. So that's cool. Right. But in terms of our immediate objective, what have we got? Construct house plots level 2, construct a food stall, construct firewood, and construct a clothing stall. So, again, this is another interesting sort of feature of the game. Am I happy with things as they stand? I think I am happy with things as they stand. What's my immediate priority? I can get the market. The market is definitely something that I would like to build. And actually, I've kind of kept my eye on an area that would be suitable for the market. Let's build it over there. Beautiful. So the market works very, very similar to the house plot, which is very, very cool. And it allows us to build certain stalls. And I'm gonna build. I mean, I guess we can face them on the outside. Allows us to place certain stalls here, where families can just come and get all of their needs. So what we've just done there is we've just built a food stall, a firewood stall, and a clothing stall, and these will just be basically distribution points for everything. Now, in terms of constructing a house plot level 2, what do we need to do in order to fulfill that? Construct extension. Ooh, extensions can provide additional yields at the cost of peasants taking time to work on them instead of their assigned jobs. A vegetable garden. Ooh, that would be very, very nice. A chicken coop. Can we get a chicken coop? Why can't we get a chicken coop? Is a chicken coop... Oh, we probably can't get... We probably can get... I tell you what, I would like the vegetable garden. Sure, let's get a vegetable garden up and running. Oh, we require 1 tool in order to do that. I may have just creamed my cracker there, so to speak. I may have just wasted a tool by canceling that. Oh no, I didn't. That's fine. That's okay. Let's not use our tool because I'd like to save my tool. I'd like to save my tool. I would like to save my tool presently, but we can advance that concept in a little bit. Anyway, so extensions definitely something that we want to consider. But what I really wanted to talk about was the sort of upgrade matrix here. Red bubbles are very, very critical. Will cause a loss of approval if not fulfilled. So water, fuel, and food. At least 1 type of food is required. 2 types of food, which we're currently getting actually because we have bread and berries, is what's required in order to hit an upgrade. Same with clothing. We need to get 2 types of clothing: cloth, leather, and yarn. We need to get 2 of those. Entertainment, quality of drinks at the nearest tavern. Faith, highest church level in town. So we need to get a church in order to entertain all these requirements. Very, very cool. In fact, I like this a lot. There's a lot of stuff to unpack here. The church we can build relatively easily. We just need a lot of wood. Tavern we can build, but we need to produce ale in the first instance. Forester huts, wood gathering lodge, mining. I don't really care about mining. Don't really care about anything here with the exception of maybe a hitching post. But we'd need to get another oxen for that as well. We've built everything here with the exception of these two. Farming. I do want to start work on farming. The unfortunate reality is, though, is that there's not much. Tell you what. Logging camp. Let's set the work area to over here. Set the work area to over there. What we're going to try and do is we're going to try and very, very slowly, but surely expand our... We're going to expand our houses. So let's see if we can try and maybe get 2 additional houses. It's a little bit large for 2 houses, don't you think, video game? Yeah. So this is fine. I think we're okay with that. I think we're okay with a plot that size. Give us the room for expansion on the back there. We'll get a few more families in town. Appreciably building houses before winter sort of comes around is not a great idea, but I guess that's kind of just what we're going to deal with. I also want to have a little look-see at... Yeah, hold on. Field. If I was to zone this field right now... If I was to zone this field right now... Not enough workforce yet for a field of this size. Yeah, so that's going to give us 7 maximum workers. We need to clearly build a field that is small enough. But I think that's going to trash the trees. I think that's going to trash the trees. Yeah, no farm building in range. Yeah, I know. That's not a problem. What I really wanted to do, though, video game, was just to build a very... Ooh, that was nasty. That was nasty. Hold on. Yeah. There we go. Start from this end and work backwards. There we go. That's cool. Nice. Look at that. Very, 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 very cool, in fact. So, did I trash the trees? I think it might have trashed the trees in that area. I'm not particularly bothered. I'm happy to let the logging camp continue to operate in that sort of specific area, because that'll be quite handy. We got the clothing stall, we got the food stall, etc. That's grand. We're happy with how things are looking. But I really, really, really want to get farming pretty much immediately. I'd like to get the sheep farm. Sheep must first be imported via the livestock trader. That is worth bearing in mind. I'd also like to get the windmill and the communal oven so that we can get some bread. So we can get some bread started. Now, the way that fields operate is we need to choose what crop we're going to place on them, depending on, you know, where the field is. The fertility will be different, which is cool. We're gonna drive down the fertility if we decide to continually plant emmer, which I guess is wheat. Apparently, there you go. Keep it fallow in the first year and back to emmer on the 3rd year. Yeah, I think we'll try that. But yeah, look, we're not going to worry about it right now because it's September. September is when the harvest ends, and we are frankly not going to be able to get our crops set up for this year. Anyway, what we also need to do is we also need to bear in mind that we're going to need to get ourselves a farm. We need 4 wood and 1 tools in order to build that. So basically, before the end of the winter, we're in September now, all things... Ooh, I tell you what, I need to build myself a firewood woodcutter lodge, which I have not yet done. I have not yet done that. I need to do that because otherwise people are going to be cold over winter. Anyway, we got two more people that are going to be joining the team very, very quickly, very, very soon. Marvelous. And we've got quite a nice little village here, which is looking great. I'm going to nab myself a... Yeah, there we go. A woodcutter lodge, which is grand. And then we're going to try and build a farm building, that is, before winter is properly up, which is great. I appreciate this is a little bit of a long road to sort of come down here, but that's fine. Right, new families are joining here. That's great. Can we build a chicken coop? We need 25 bucks in order to build the chicken coop. Yeah, so this is interesting, actually. We have personal money here. We also have regional wealth, and it's this regional wealth that we're going to be able to use for imports and exports, which is which is quite cool. But again, we'll talk about that a little bit later on, once we have the ability to do that. Woodcutter Lodge, we'll get one person assigned to work at the Woodcutter Lodge, I think. We've supposedly only got 2 months of resources left. We've got 4 months of food and 2 months worth of fuel. Let's actually assign one more person to work in the forager hut, and let's assign one person to work at the granary. So that person in the granary is hopefully going to move resources around a little bit. Perhaps take the berries out of the forager hut and stick them in the granary. Either way, we need to build up our fuel reserves, which is fine. Low on supplies. Yeah, I know we're low on supplies, but that's fine. Either way, this is all grand. This is all grand. I have changed my mind. I am going to set the work area. You know what? I'm going to clear the work area for the logging camp. The logging camp can log from wherever the logging camp wants. It's too much faff. The oxen is having to do like a lot of trips down here in order to get the logs. And that's just taking too much time. So let's not worry about that for now. So our influence is up at 125. King's favor. I don't think that matters for much at the moment, but that's probably just because we're in the demo, as I say. We are not obviously going to do anything with our field, so that's not something that we need to worry about. We've got 30 firewood, which is fine. Firewood is really what we need to worry about. Each person consumes 1 unit of food per unit and 1 unit of fuel in the winter. Yeah, so we actually haven't started winter yet. We won't start winter until November, but we should be okay. We should be okay. Right, so we're continuing to gather timber, which is marvelous. Are we okay for berries and whatnot? We're okay for berries. Very, very okay for berries. If I click on the plots now, we've actually got 3 types of food. How on earth is that the case? We shouldn't. We should only have berries and a little bit of bread left. Either way, we're going to start the process of getting ourselves a farm. 5 uprooted trees here. 7 uprooted trees. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think that we can really do anything about that, unfortunately. It's just the reality of the situation. So, our population is up to 21. That feels pretty darn good. Pantry limit reached. Pantry limit on what? Oh, yeah, I see. It's the pantry limit on the food stall. So, the food stall is currently selling a little bit of bread. A little bit of bread and some berries. That's fine. Distributing the goods all around, which is great. Very, very happy with that. Work area empty. What's the issue? Ah, the forager hut. The forager hut has officially... It's officially over. The berry season is officially over. So we can take everybody out of here, and we can just sort of continue on with everybody sort of just floating around and doing nothing. I mean, we could maybe assign one more person to cut logs, one more person to collect logs. Yeah, that seems fine. And of course, we've got the farm, which we still need to build. And I would like to have as many people as possible ready to go at the start of the next season, so that we can really benefit from having, you know, a full crop cycle, really. That's the goal. The other thing that I might want to bear in mind... Yeah. I think I want to maybe build another field. Yeah, I would like to build another field, actually. Right, so 2 small fields. I think that'll be very, very handy for us. 2 small fields around the farm. That will be grand. So the way that farming works is very thorough. It's very, very thorough, that's for sure. Pantry limit reached. I don't need to know about the pantry limit on the food stall. I don't think the food stall necessarily needs a person on it. But if we have a person on it, then it'll get a little overhang thing, a little awning, which is nice, I suppose. It's not necessary, but it's nice. Right. So we got 2 families that are currently unassigned. Let's throw one of them into the logging camp so that we can get a little bit more woods. The farm is still under construction. We just need what, like one more bit of log, and then we'll get across the line. That was what we were saving our tool for, by the way, because that is pretty important. That is pretty important, as it turns out. So, right. We're ready. We're ready to go. We are ready to go. Build more granaries. I don't need to build more granaries. No, I absolutely do not need to build more granaries. We do have a lot of berries that are... We do have a lot of berries that are going to be consumed over winter, but I think we're going to be just fine. We've got 4 months worth of food. We got 11 months worth of fuel. Let me turn down the number of people that we have working on the woodcutter lodge. That's fine. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't have textures yet, like log pieces, for example, but that's fine. So, what else do I want to build? I tell you what I do want to build. I want to build something that can capitalize on the fact that we have wild animals literally right on our doorstep. I don't think we're going to need anything like that for a little while, but it's worth at least building, and I'll tell you why. It's because it gives us access to pelts as well as food, as well as the meat, and that is really useful. In fact, very useful, because pelts are going to help satisfy one of the clothing requirements for the house plots, which is just fine and dandy with me. So, we need to get 3 additional plots in order to level up, and also we need to get that church set up. In fact, we can actually probably build the church over winter. The farm is sitting empty. We can get up to 11 field workers. That's fine. Loads and loads of people that we can assign to work in the fields. But as I say, we're not going to worry about that until the start of the next season. What else did I need to say that I wanted to do? What else did I need to say that I wanted to do? I needed to get the church. I do still need to get the church. That's in village life. Yeah, let's see if we can try and nab the church. Church out on the outskirts of town. I don't like the fact that it's going to trash so many trees. I suppose I shouldn't really care. I mean, this is a very tree-rich environment. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's fine. We'll uproot some trees. It's not exactly ideal, but it's fine. It's fine. Right, so food-wise, we're doing A-okay. We got 4 months worth of food. By the time that the food is actually running out, we should already be in a position where we can start either collecting berries or, you know, growing some stuff in the fields. I think we've got options. Plus, we've got the hunting camp, which I should probably assign somebody to just so that we can get started. It is worth noting, by the way, population of a herd drops to this number, 20, then workers will stop hunting. So at the moment, the herd is at 39. It was at 40 a second ago, I suspect, because we've literally already started on the carcasses. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. We've got no qualms about that. We can keep up the good work and hopefully come out of this winter relatively unscathed. We got a decent amount of food. I'm happy with that. That's fine. Stocks damaged by weather at the food stall. That's a little bit unfortunate, to be honest. I suspect that that wouldn't happen if we had the little awning over the top, but, I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. It's not a big deal. The church is going to be done very shortly, and there we go. We've satisfied that requirement. We can actually already start thinking about where we're going to build our next housing allocation. I'm thinking that I would like to build here. Does it need to be that squint? See, I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. 3 housing plots. I just really love the fact that everything looks like very natural, which is very nice. It just all feels quite fluid. It all feels quite fresh. It all feels quite nice. Anyway, there is a reason that I'm doing exactly what I'm doing right now. February has just rolled around. Spring officially starts in March, so we're not going to take our people off fuel production. Although, actually, we probably could take people off fuel production at the moment. Let's slow down. Let's take somebody out of the woodcutter lodge, and let's put somebody into farming instead. We're going to try and put as many people into farming as possible. So, rotate crops. Leave that on... Yep, fallow the 2nd year, and 3rd year we're going to go back to normal. We're going to rotate things around. Fallow, emmer, fallow. Brilliant. So it should be left fallow this year. Right, so there's a workforce limit of 5, workforce limit of 6 here. So ideally we try and get like 5 people assigned over there. So that is my rationale for trying to get as many brand new families at the start of the year as possible. And we should already start to see some people migrating in here, which is going to be great. Family joins one of the settlers. Excellent. Beautiful. You love to see it. So yeah, we'll start to get people moved over here. And we're going to try and get 5. We're going to try and get 5. It's going to be a little bit of an ambitious undertaking, but I think that we can do it. We may need to get slightly more housing, but I think we'll manage to cope. In terms of berries, yeah, we do need to get back on the berry bandwagon. We do need to get back on the berry bandwagon, and I will be doing that shortly. I think, yep, we can just literally just now, spring has officially started. Plowing for quick summer harvest possible. Beautiful. So, 4 stages of farming. Plowing, sowing, crop growth, and harvest progress. That's marvelous. Very, very good, in fact. Very, very good. So we're going to start work with however many people we have at the moment and hope for the best. All right, we've got 1 more plot after this. That's fine. That's fine. That's good. Right, so as soon as this is done, we should be able to get ourselves 1 more person. That person is going to help out. Probably... What do we want that person to do? I mean... Let's remove you from the granary. Let's put somebody into the forager hut there. I should probably cut that down to about 4. And then the extra person that we're going to get from the last house that we build can go to the forager hut. I don't think that we've got anybody else that's doing anything necessarily useless. Logging camp, to be fair, we can probably take our foot off the gas a little bit there. Forager hut is fine. Fine as it is. Right, yeah, I think that's a good allocation of people. And then we still have 1 person. We still have 1 person spare, which is marvelous. Yep, very, very happy with that. Work area empty. It is empty at the moment, but that's only because berries are literally just starting to regrow. And they should start very, very shortly, in fact. Marvelous. Okay, so food did go down, but that's okay. We are officially now dealing with 2 types of food, which is great, because that's exactly what people require in order to level up. Clothing is still to be sorted. We need to get a flax farm up and running, and that's going to be a bit of a challenge, but that's okay. Entertainment, we need to get ourselves a tavern. I will get a tavern, but let's wait until we've plowed this area first, because there's a whole bunch of food-related things that I need to get sorted. So the sheep farm, I mean, yeah, we need to get the sheep farm. We need to get the sheep farm down. It's actually, yeah, get the sheep farm down. That's not really what I meant to do, though. It's not what I meant to do. It is what I meant to do. But what we really need to do is we need to get a windmill here, working at 96% efficiency, which is marvelous. And then also a communal oven, which I think we can go, which I think we can put right there. That's just going to allow us to actually produce bread, which is, of course, very, very important and should definitely help out. Right. Okay. I just leveled up, which is fantastic. We're now officially a medium village. I don't think there is any possibility that I'm going to be able to get 999 level 1 plots. So we're just going to have to suck that one up, I'm afraid. But there's a whole bunch of very, very cool things that we can now start doing. Chief amongst them is building. It's difficult to see because half the things are work in progress. We can build a bailey wall, a closed perimeter for a manor house. Now, this is quite an interesting concept. And I'm going to do it. Of course I'm going to do it. There we go. Maybe this is not a great place for it, to be fair. I'm looking for... Yeah, something like that. It doesn't need to be overly complicated. It just needs to be kind of small. That is the first sort of leg of our manor. Bailey lacks a gatehouse. Oh, do I need to build the gatehouse at the same time? That's fine. Cool. Well, we build the gatehouse, we build the Bailey, and that's going to allow us to get a manor house, which is very, very cool. We can talk about that in a little bit, but it's also, more importantly, going to allow us to get a tax collector, which is absolutely mission critical. Like, that's super, super important. Right, how's the farming going? Farming is going great. We're plowing away, which is marvelous. Very, very good, in fact. 46 berries. Keep plowing, keep plowing. We're only in early March, so it's not exactly... Oh. Okay, apparently we're growing crops here as well. Okay, don't know why that decided to happen, but anyway, we're going to start the sowing process, which is pretty darn good. We've got ourselves a sheep farm, which again we will deal with later. Aha! Aha, aha, aha. Something has just happened. What do we got going on? The region of Potatoville, you are hereby on a mission of debt for the lands on which the royal crown is granted stewardship to the honorable orbital. A tax to be levied upon the land to be paid off in precious wealth or labor. Failure to submit payment will find the lands forfeit the governance under the stewards and return to the crown. We need to pay some tax. Okay, so that's actually exactly why we've started building the manor, because we need to start the process of getting money coming in and tax sorted, which is exactly what we're going to do. How happy am I with the current state of affairs? I think I'm reasonably happy with how everything is working out. We still need to get that tavern, but I don't think I'm overly worried about anything specifically. We are trying to build quite a lot at the same time. We're trying to do quite a lot, but that's okay. Crop growth is definitely there, which is marvelous. Crop growth is also here. Estimated harvest, 189. That's a lot. Let me categorically assure you that that is a lot of crop. The windmill has been built, the communal oven has been built, and we are all set to make bread, which is a tremendously exciting thing to see. Right, has the bailey been finished? The bailey has absolutely been finished. Right, so that's 2 buildings that we can build. That's 0 buildings that we can build because it's not large enough. That's really, really, really embarrassing. Demolish the building. Right, now, are you going to be funny with me about this video game? If I destroy the gatehouse as well. Yeah, we're going to need to build it a little bit bigger. I thought that I built it big enough, but apparently not. Right. That's a proper size. Right. 8 bits of wood. I mean, it's going to take us ages to accumulate that, but yeah, I mean, we'll get there. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. We shall get there. Right. The other thing that we can probably build, I noticed that we've got some pelts in the storehouse there. If I build very, very quickly a tannery, then we can convert pelts into leather. Do I want the tannery to be right opposite the manor house? Not really, to be honest. Tanneries are awful and smelly things. Disgusting. 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 But, you know, they form a very important part of life in Potatoville, I guess. So, I guess we probably should. Let's get this assigned. Enable idle laborers. Use the setting to control whether peasants should use the building as a temporary job for when they're idle. Yep, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want to do, because we pretty much only need wood at this present moment. So, there we go. I'm also going to build a brand new road out here, which I guess is going to be where I build all of my industrial stuff, like the tannery, etc. We need to be ready to assign people to the windmill, but that's fine. So these peasants should all be idle. They should all be doing other things now. Procrastinating, waiting, procrastinating. I hope then that means that they're going to go and do what they need to do in the logging camp. That's certainly what I hope they're going to go and do. Whether or not they do that or not is another question. Let's take it off there, just to take them off being allocated to the farm, perhaps so that they operate slightly faster. Right. Do I need to assign somebody to the hitching post? I guess I can assign somebody to the hitching post. It's not necessarily a problem if we don't. I think the oxen works pretty independently by the looks of things. Hunting camp, that's still going well. We got a lot of meat in there. Probably should have somebody assigned to the granary to do meat transport, because that is a bit worrying how there's a lot of food that is just sort of accumulating around here. Also, would like to get a brand new load of people into the village, but we're going to wait until we get the manor house done, because when we build the manor house, that's actually going to give us 5 extra families I'm not sure if that's necessarily going to be the case in the final release of the game, but certainly for the early access, for the demo release, instead of getting access to new features and stuff and policies, you just get 5 family slots, which I think is quite understandable, quite cool. Right, are we actually making any progress on this? I'm looking at this logging camp. Procrastinating. Waiting, going inside. What are you waiting for? I wonder if this might have been a bit of a buggy situation. Right, delete all that. There we go. Get more logs and then build the Bailey. Yeah, I wonder if maybe that cut off access a little bit. Does seem to have... Looks a bit better now. Tell you what, why don't we try building the Bailey in a different place? Bit disappointing that it took us that long to get it sorted, but that's okay. Right, 6 or 7 wood. We should be grand. Right, we'll assign 2 people to the farm again. Hopefully these people will no longer just do nothing. Hopefully they should do something. Right, we got 7 wood. Let's start the process of building the Bailey. Eight wood. Sure. Let's do it. Marvelous. Okay. We officially have all of the requirements to get this done, which is marvelous. And after we've built all of this, we should be able to build ourselves the manor house, which is going to cost us 10 wood. That's fine. Quite happy to pay that price. That is a-okay. So, when are we ready to harvest? 61 days. 61 days before we're ready to harvest. 60 days. We should be grand. We are on course for a nice normal time to harvest. We've got 129 units of food, which is great. We've got 7 vegetables. Did I actually get a vegetable farm here? I don't think I did, although it looks kind of vegetable farmy. I gotta be honest. But whatever. Right, construction has finished. Storehouse, we need to... No, hold on, what am I talking about? The storehouse has got nobody assigned to it. That's fine. That's okay. We're okay with this. We are very, very okay with this. Storage limit has been reached on the hitching post. The hitching post shouldn't have anything in it, which is somewhat surprising. It needs to be moved to somewhere, which is why I'm so confused. Anyway, we need 1 more bit of wood in order to get this thing finished, which should take absolutely no time at all once the hitching post... There we go. Okay, don't know what happened there. Resources were moved to the hitching post, and then they were moved from the hitching post over here. I don't understand that. The hunting camp has got all of its resources that are full. That's because we don't have anybody working at the storehouse at the moment. Let's take the people out of the farm, and we will reallocate them into other pursuits for at least a little while. When it comes time to farm, we will move a lot of people into farming. Right. Crop harvests start in late summer. That's August, right? That's August. Yeah. Let's get this Bailey done, and then let's get harvesting. Construction of the Bailey is finished. The pantry is full in the field. That is a perfect sign that we can start the process of harvesting. Very, very good. We'll get 1 person to start harvesting, but truthfully, we're going to need more than that. Who do I want to reallocate? Hunting post. Let's take out the hunting post because we can always do that over winter. Let's cut that down. There we go. It's going to take us up to a decent number there. That's pretty good. And so, yeah, the way that this works is that people are going to start harvesting in the field. That's fine. Then they're going to take it over to the farm. The order of operations of this is kind of strange. I was trying to figure it out. So everybody's going to start harvesting. That's great. We can only store up to 50 units of generic in the field, but we can store more than, 70 units of wheat for some reason. Anyway, after the entire crop is harvested, we are going to move everything into the farm. It's then going to be threshed into wheat. Right? It's going to be threshed, it's going to be threshed into grain, and then from there, it's going to be moved to the windmill and turned into wheat over there. turn into flour over there. Anyway, look. So finally, the wheat is being moved across. That's marvelous. We should have more than enough units. It's going to take, to be fair, quite a long time to move all of these units, but the farmhouse is still there. It's actually being stored in the little barn over there, which is kind of cool. Okay, it's August. That's grand. We're very, very okay with this as it stands. 53 units in the field, 130 units in the field. Yeah, I mean, enable idle people to come and work here. Nice. It's looking good. It's looking marvelous. Looking marvelous. So, now that field is empty. Now we will start with this field. Excellent. We got 141, 143, 149 food. We've got 290 wheat. Next harvest is in 354 days. And officially, autumn has started. End of harvests, plowing and sowing of crops recommended for maximum yield next summer. Oh, okay. I didn't know that we could start plowing now. Well, I mean, why not, right? Why not? So, we're going to start the process of threshing, which is very, very interesting, because now we're going to turn our wheat into grain. So, let's reduce the number of people that we have working here. Let's take it down to, like, 3. Primarily so that we can allocate one person to working at the windmill, because the one person that is going to be working at the windmill is going to turn the grain into flour, which is going to keep us going for a long time to come. Look at that. 800 grain. 800 grain. That is so unbelievably marvelous. Right, threshing priority we could maybe turn it down to low. That's hopefully going to mean that people start the process of plowing now. I didn't even realize that you could plow for next season, but I'm very, very keen to see that happening. Absolutely no reason that we can't plow and sow before next summer comes around. Right, that was loud, but you're doing. Oh my lordy, that was loud, but you're doing a grand old job here. We've got ourselves some flour. Hey ho, look at that. Communal oven, we'll get somebody assigned to the communal oven over there. And to be honest, do I think I want to get more people coming into the village right about now? Let me tell you, hell yeah I do. Hell yeah I do. Let's see if we can try and maybe expand out. I want to make it look a little bit more official than that. That's looking good. I like that. There we go. Look at that. That looks marvelous. Okay, so let's go into fast forward mode. I still need to get the manor, don't I? Oh yeah, I still need to get the manor. We'll do that, but we'll do that this winter. Either way, we should be turning a whole bunch of wheat into flour, and then it's going to go into the oven. But we need more people to operate the oven, and that is pretty important. In fact, maybe I'd take one person out of the forager hut and put him into the communal oven instead. That would be good. Still one person working in the granary. We can upgrade this to a large granary if we need to. I'm probably going to need to do that at some point soon. But again, we don't need to worry about it. Why do I have this habit of adding people to my town, my village before winter? It's a terrible, terrible, terrible habit, but it's fine. Right, so crop growth is going to stop, right? Crop growth is going to stop. Right? I think it's going to stop. I guess we'll see. Anyway, we've got some more house plots that are just being completed very, very quickly. We've got 2 people that are unassigned. 54 units of food. Loads and loads of bread. Everybody should be eaten well. Yeah, 2, if not 3. Brilliant. Sheep farm, we haven't even invested properly in the sheep farm yet. I was going to get the tannery. But I kind of took my eye off the ball, didn't I? There we go. Let's actually prioritize the construction of that above all else. Yeah, pretty important. Also, we are out of firewood. Oh my god. There we go. Get everybody, go, 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 go. Work on the firewood. Work on the firewood. That was a bit worrying. That was a bit worrying. I'm not actually worried because we're able to make firewood reasonably fast. We're not able to make food reasonably fast over the course of winter. Work area empty, of course. Work area is empty for the forager hut. It's November, so berries are officially gone. Low on supplies. We're not low on supplies. We're just low on fuel. But we do need to sort it. We do need to sort it. Absolutely important that we do sort it. So we'll do it. Right. More people are going to start joining us. There's one more housing plot over there to be built. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, we got 40 firewoods. We should have enough. We should have enough. Build more granaries. Pantry limit reached. Yeah, this is always going to happen. I mean, we still have 120 units of wheat. How crazy is that? Absolutely bonkers. Right, tannery's looking good. Let's get one person assigned into the tannery. That's fine. Happy with that. We're still waiting on that last little bit over there. Did we end up making any plowing progress? No, we did not. So is crop growth just going to stop? Is the crop growth going to die out? Fertility is going to decrease. Stocks damaged by weather in the farm. I mean, we lost like, what, 20 wheat? I mean, do I really care? I mean, with 151 food in the bank and 1.2k grain, I'm not sure I'm really that bothered, am I? I'm not sure I am. Okay, we still need to worry about the king's taxes, don't we? Yeah, I do. I do need to worry about the king's taxes. I need to get the manor house built. I need to get the manor house built. I need to get the logging camp properly prioritized. We're finally starting work on pelts, which is good, which is very, very good. Don't get me wrong. I'm delighted that we're working on the pelts. We can probably add some more people to our... Well, yeah, I need to get somebody assigned to the hunting camp again. We'll preemptively assign somebody there, just so I don't forget. That's okay. Right. Firewood is still dicey, but I think we're going to be fine. I think we'll be okay. Right, so we're up to 10 fuel. Marvelous. Let's maybe wait until January. I think waiting until January is a good shout. And I'll tell you the reason that I think it's important that we wait until January is because... Look at how deep that snow is. It looks very deep. Crispy. I think it's important that we wait until January because I don't want people that are working on essential things like, you know, chopping firewood, etc., to suddenly be working on other useless stuff. Anyway, we're starting to get leather, which is really, really nice. How's our clothing stall? We've actually got leather there, so we should see if I click on a house. Yeah, we're satisfying one of the requirements for leather there. That's very, very cool indeed. Very, very, very cool indeed. Okay, yeah, firewoods, it's not a lot, but it's enough. It's enough. It says that we've got 0 months of firewood remaining and only 3 months of food. I mean, that's an abject lie, video game. Right, it's January. I'm feeling confident. Let's go. Let's get the manor house built, and then immediately after that, we will nab ourselves a tax collector. The manor house will be built very, very quickly indeed. Very, very, very quickly indeed. In fact, I wouldn't even concern myself with the time frame. The biggest delay is going to be getting all of the ox parts. The ox parts, all of the logs that are moved by ox into location. That is A-okay with me. Yeah. So we got 65 days before the king's gonna ask us to pay royal tax. I think that's fine, to be honest. I think that's fine. There we go. Do I need to build another... Can I build another hitching post? Limit reached? Okay, no, we can only build one. We can only build one. We can only build one. That's a bit of a shame, but not the end of the world. Okay, 95 bread. 95 bread. We've got 9 months worth of fuel left. Oh, I tell you why. Because our thingy ends in February. Winter ends in February, which is fine. Right. We've got 3 people that are still assigned to the farm. Threshing priority still happy to be very, very low there. Wow, crop growth is at 100%? Oh no, crop growth is at 43, but harvest progress is at 100. That's weird. Don't think it should be like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Things are going to start to thaw out, which is lovely. The manor house is officially built. Manor house allows us 5 extra family spaces, which is really, really great. Very, very good. Look at that. Total living space, 17. Let's immediately follow that up with a tax collector, which is going to have to be on the estate. Let's prioritize that. Let's get that done, please, video game. And hope that a few more people decide to move in, which is going to be just fine. There we go. Look at that. Family is officially moved in, and they should hopefully help out with the tax collector. But again, I'm not overly worried about the time frame. I hope that this isn't going to end up torpedoing everything, but I think we should be just grand. We're actually already halfway done. Again, the issue is really that it takes a while for the oxen to deliver to here, which is fine. Anyway, we've got 175 materials. We've got 141 flour, 33 leather. Let's assign somebody to... Oh, we already... See, look at that. I already assigned somebody to the hunting camp. Perfect. So that's all looking good. Family joins the settlers in the manor house. I suspect this is probably not going to be the case in the full release, but hey-ho. Right, so our population is looking very, very good. 19 peasant families, 33 workers, 16 children. That's pretty spectacular. The tax collector has officially finished being constructed, which is marvelous. And this is how we generate wealth, right? So we can trash our approval, which is exactly what I'm going to do in order to try and facilitate some massively large... Some massively large... maybe not go super crazy. Yeah, we're gonna try and do this. Brilliant. Okay, so it should happen at the start of every month, and we should hopefully have the month start before I'm due to pay the king, which should be just grand. Excellent. So are we ready to harvest here? No, we might be. Either way, I think I'm fine with just 3 farmers. We've got 4 families that still need stuff to do, and to be fair, there is quite a lot of stuff that we can do. One of the things that we can do is get a livestock trading post. Let's get that over here. Let's also get a trading post, which I can't do yet. That's fine. And we'll see if we can try and get these leveling up things to happen. Ooh, the other thing that I was going to check out was let me go to build mode. Let me see if I can get a field. Let's see if I can try and get barley. Well, there is like an area that would be very, very suitable for barley over here. Build that, and we'll build a farm next door, which I can't build because I don't have the... Alternatively, to be fair, I mean, I don't have to grow barley in like a super, like, great position. I don't have to grow barley in a great place for barley. I could always just grow... I mean, it's not great for barley. Let's prioritize that field. There we go. Put it a little higher up the priority tree. Yeah, that's a pretty decent idea, so that we can try and generate a little bit of brewing. 18 days away until we need to pay the royal tax, but I hope that we should be able to generate a little bit of wealth. I also need to build myself a trading office, which is definitely an objective. I'm going to build a trading office right here. What's this? Garrison tower? Yeah, I don't think this does anything. I don't think it does anything at the moment. Yeah, trading post. This is pretty cool. Let's build that as well. Marvelous. Okay, we still have 4 people that aren't doing anything at all. Right, so livestock trading. I can add a worker to here. Open the trade overview. So I would like to go to livestock. I'd like to go to sheep. I'd like to go import only. Target stock 5. They cost 20 bucks a piece. Speaking of materials, flour, let's go export only. Target stock 100. Or actually, tell you what. I could probably do bread. Target stock 50. There we go. Target stock 50, because we've added the extra value there. That's kind of nice. So we can't choose where the bread's going to go, but that's fine. We will be able to at some point in the future. Once the trading post is built, we should be able to start exporting these things. We'll see what the king's demands have. Perhaps we haven't generated... Perhaps we need to generate wealth through the trading post beforehand. But I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see exactly what happens here. 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. Let's have a little look-see. 346 days until paid. Build a tax collector to increase the treasury. Yeah, I know. Quest completed, royal tax. I didn't pay it. I didn't pay it, but we completed it, which is marvelous. Excellent. Love to see it. So, let's wait until the trading post is built. That should enable us to trade with these weird little carts that are going around town. Traveling merchants. Yep. That should be what happens. Are we growing barley? We're growing barley. Marvelous. And I tell you what, in order to facilitate the growth of barley, let's get a malt house, and then let's get a brewery. But we need more resources in order to do that. Malt house. And then we need to get a brewery. Right, so trading post. We've already sort of dealt with all of this stuff. Travel to the nearest trade point to fulfill set inventory targets. Yeah, so I've already set this up. So food, bread, we should be current trade rule, full trade. Yes. Yes, that's fine. So we should start to see some money coming into the coffers here. Flour, we should be on export only. I mean, that's fine. It's not a problem at all. So that's good. Now, the traveling traders, if we were to enable traveling traders, we would dispatch people to the borders in order to nab ourselves a little bit of cash, which is definitely, like, it's worth considering, but it's not necessarily something that we need to worry about right now. Right. So we'll see if we start to generate any money or any cash from that. I may need to tweak things around. I gotta be honest, the trading system is a bit... Don't trade, import only, export only. Yeah. It's a bit confusing, and I'm not quite sure that I understand fully how it works, but that's okay. Either way, we're gonna be getting ourselves some good brew. Some good brew in just a second. Entertainment, clothing. I need to buy some sheepies, don't I? Yeah, I need to buy some sheepies. Livestock trading post. We set a target of 5 already. As soon as I start generating any money, then we'll be there. We will be there. Taxation, yeah, we need to apparently start generating some regional wealth first, I think. We got flour here. That's marvelous. Are we ready to sell it? That's the real question. Are we ready to sell it? Add another worker, maybe. That'll maybe make a difference. Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Right, so barley is good. We're seeing some crop growth there. Malt house, that's looking marvelous. Let's get the other thing that we needed. What was it? The brewery. Brilliant. Build that. Happy days. We'll see what happens. Right, so it says we got 2 months left of food. I should probably get some people in the forager huts again. Yeah, that's good. That's nice. Trading post. No sign of any bread yet, but that's fine. Any money from any of these traveling salespeople? I can assign a traveling trader. Again, I don't think that's gonna make any difference. Export if stock is greater than target, which it is, which it absolutely is. Let's take this down, take the target down a little bit. Let's see if that works. Flour, can I maybe like just cancel flour? I think flour is... Don't trade. Yeah, turn off the flour. Turn off the flour, and we'll see if we can try and maybe just trade bread. See if that fixes things a little bit. Either way, we should be taking silver from people, but we're actually not, which is a little bit of a bugbear. Bit of a shame, if I'm honest. But that's okay. We still have plenty of bread. That's grand. The granary is looking great. We need to get the granary upgraded. I will upgrade the granary right now. We'll get it upgraded very, very quickly. And that should allow us to store yet more stuff in there. And we're also going to nab ourselves a tavern. Tavern somewhere in the center of town. Somewhere on the outskirts of town, sure. Right, large granary, that's going to help out a whole bunch. Yeah, now up to 1,500 units of storage, which is great. Oh, look at this. We started generating some regional wealth. I don't know what happened, but we've started selling ourselves some cash. Also, you'll note, by the way, that because we started generating regional wealth, because I started taxing... we actually managed to pay off our debt of minus... Well, it was -5. Now it's up to -4. So clearly, we managed to tax our way to to at least some sort of victory there, which is marvelous. Okay, so that's great. So now we just need to hope that we're able to sell more bread, and happy days, we're going to be in a better place. How are we doing for firewood? Not bad. Let's take like one or two people out of there and hope that we're in an okay position. Right, low on food. Yes, we've already got a hunting camp. Are we really low on food? Like, we're not seriously low on food, right? We've got 213 flour, for goodness sake. We've got a communal oven that could probably be doing with a little bit more oomph here, maybe. We'll get, like, one more person working there. It's July. Oh, look at that. 56 cash. 56 cash from selling bread. That's great. That's great stuff. That's really, really great stuff. Clearly the flour is the flipping problem here. Clearly flour is the problem. You know, just turn the flour off. Turn the flour off. I don't even want to mess with it. We could be getting more if we got more bread, you know, moved over there, but that's fine. Either way, we're set for a bumper. We're set for a bumper rollicking of money here, which is great. Look at that. Start of the month rolls around. Fantastic. Approval is still okay, actually. Still okay. And in fact, how are we doing in terms of... Yeah, we're not doing too bad. Have we got any... We've not got any... We've not got any of the sheepies yet, but that's okay. Sheepies, import only. Yep, 20 silver. I'm pretty sure this is regional wealth rather than personal wealth, but I guess we shall see. Right, how's this looking? We've got plenty of grain, barley in the fields. That needs to get moved into. There. That's grand. I would like to get some more houses, please. Video game. I realize this is probably a little bit. You know what? Fine. To be fair, they're going to be big plots, but it'll be okay. Is this going to allow us to get chicken coops now? No. No, apparently not. Yeah, so I should probably lower tax so that we can get ourselves some imports rather than just taking everything. Yeah, so I don't think that I want to take anything out of my regional wealth. I think we want to leave that to accumulate. We just want to keep selling bread. We want to keep selling bread, keep selling bread. We'll get some more people, obviously. We're fine for food. We've got loads of food. We've not got a tremendous amount of variety, but we've got food. I would love to get the sheep farm up and running. We'll turn off the traveling traders because I don't actually need to buy anything. I just need to sell. One person in the livestock trading post. That's okay. Export price, import price. Import price is 20. Well, we're not close to that yet. Our influence is in a pretty decent place. We're going to be building more. Oh, there we go. 112. Look at that. So hopefully that's going to give us access to the ability to buy sheepies. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. One of these days. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Mark my words. There's no real point in taking cash out of the. There's no real point in taking cash out of the economy because I mean we need to pay off the occasional tax, but other than that, I mean it's not a big deal at all. The farm we've got barley, brilliant. We can thresh the barley in. That's okay. I do need to get the malt house. Did I finish building? Oh yeah, I finished building the tavern. It's pretty marvelous. So if I get that sheep, then we're gonna be able to shear it, and we're gonna be able to produce, whatever it is. Where is it? Oh yeah, I haven't even considered making tools yet. I don't think I really care that much. The Weaver Workshop, flax into linen. I didn't investigate flax, did I? No, but I will need to build this, apparently. There's a lot of buildings that I'm just having to build right now. But if we get ourselves a sheep, that would be great. We got ourselves a sheep. Oh my god, we got ourselves a sheep. Put somebody in the sheep farm. It's happening. When is it illegal? Sheep shearing is forbidden in winter. We got a month. We got a month to shear the sheep. We got a month to shear the sheep. A sheep is officially in the... Nickel the sheep is officially in the sheep farm. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Not enough space on the pastures. I thought pastures were illegal in the demo. I thought they were illegal. Oh, it's just breeding. It's just breeding that's locked in the demo. Oh, goodness gracious me. Sure. 26 animal capacity. That's plenty. That's absolutely plenty. Okay, well, the sheep farm is officially go. Can we shear you quickly? Shear the one sheep quickly. One bit of wool. One bit of wool. Okay. Are we done with these houses, by the way? Yeah, we're done with these houses. Oh, look at that. We can nab ourselves some chicken coops. Upgrade that one. Upgrade that one. A goat shed. Whatever it is. Chicken coop. There we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Work area is empty. The forager hut has officially outlived its usefulness. The Weaver Workshop, I'll get somebody into the Weaver Workshop there. I also could do, you know what I also could do? I just coming to realization right now. We can probably import flax? Yeah. Import only. Target, like, I don't know, 5? No reason not to, right? And that's going to give us pretty much what we're after. I guess I could import pretty much anything that I wanted to. Let's get somebody in the brewery. Somebody in the malt house. There we go. As long as we have food for the winter, then I'm not particularly worried. We need to get somebody in the tavern as well. Look at this. Look at this. Pantry limit reached. Is that a limit on the farm? Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the farm. We got loads of stuff in the farm. Loads and loads and loads of stuff in the farm. Still one sheepy in the sheep area. Yeah, to be fair, we just do need a little bit more. We do need a little bit more stuff, but that's okay. Right. Storehouse is looking marvelous. Granary is looking very, very full. The Weaver Workshop has got yarn. Excellent. The tannery is doing the tannery stuff. Yarn is one of the requirements, by the way. So that's kind of nice. Food stall is empty. That's a bit of a shame. Clothing stall is also somewhat empty. Firewood is packed, though. That's great. Yeah, the granary, I think we're actually... Yeah, I think we might be in the somewhat unenviable position of not managing to move all of our resources around quite fast enough. Yeah, we might run into some food problems just because we don't have enough people to move stuff around. But honestly, the fact that my wealth is in a decent place is kind of nice. We got 2 sheeps. 2 sheeps! 6 chickens and some goats. You know what? I'm going to turn this down. Turn that down. Turn that down. That's fine. Oh, man. This is great. This is so great. This is so great. 80 days until we're paying the royal tax. I don't care about the royal tax. It doesn't matter to me. Entertainment. How close are we to getting... Yes, we're close to brewing. Look at this. Ale. We've got ale. We've actually got ale. We've actually got ale. Oh, goodness gracious me. I mean, it feels like we're sort of holding on by our fingertips, but ale is going to go into the tavern. Clothing. The second type of clothing is going to get... We've got 22 logs. Let's get... Let's go into village life. We'll go clothing. Yep. Food types. Yep. That's fine. Build both of those. I don't think that we can actually set what type of resource to sell as much as I would like to do that. I don't think that we can tell it what resource to sell. It's not the end of the world, though, because it will work. It will work itself out. Who's going to run the tavern, though? That's the real question. It's not going to be anybody from the forager hut. I tell you what, it can be somebody from the farm. Reduce that down to 2. That'll be somebody over to the tavern. And that is going to enable... something. Construction finished on the food stall. Construction finished on the clothing stall, which is great. And we should start to see this second yarn thing appear in just a second. I also should hopefully be able to get a little bit more yarn. Can I assign a traveling trader? See if that'll make a difference. Let's crank this up to like 30. It's not going to be much, but it's going to be something. We got 50 bread finally to start selling. That is absolutely excellent. Really, really happy with that. Ready to upgrade. Oh, look at that. We got 17 plots that are ready to upgrade. And you know what? We're going to freaking do it. We've got enough wood to do... Not 7. Not 7. We have enough wood to do, I think that's 6. I think that's 6. But I'm going to, I'm going to strike whilst the iron is hot, for want of a better phrase. Because... Produce that one more time. Put you into the logging camp. I would really, really, really like to try and get a whole bunch of upgrades done very, very swiftly. Okay. Did we end up just paying our tax, or did we end up getting something? We're low on supplies. I mean, we are a little bit, but to be honest, we just need people. We just need people. If we get people, we're pretty much sorted. Got plenty of firewood, need a little bit more food, and to be fair, we could just start buying in some food. Not like we really need it. We've got plenty of stuff in the windmill. We've got plenty of bread in the flipping communal oven, for goodness sake. It's the large granary that really is proving to be a problem. And it's more of an issue of the fact that we just can't set which resources we want to store here, because I don't really want to store grain in the granary. Or at least, it would be nice if we could have a second granary where we didn't have to have people running around taking the grain to the granary, then taking it back here and back, back and forth. It'd be nice if we could make it a little bit more sequential. Right, in terms of plot upgrades... I think I'm going to need to... I mean, this farm really doesn't need to operate. Cut that out. Cut that person out of the equation. That's fine. The tavern is obviously working. It's not working a tremendous amount, but it is working. We've got the level 2 plot, which is great. We've actually got 1. Oh, I didn't need 7. What am I talking about? I literally just need 3. Brilliant. Okay, so we should be able to get... We should be able to get that done then. We should be able to get that done. I've got so much regional wealth. I am not taxing any of it, am I? Let's try and take, like, I don't know. We'll take 4% maybe. Treasury income plus 17, give or take, every cycle. There's not really much point in doing that, but it's okay. Almost done with the level 2 plot there. That's pretty fantastic. That is excellent. And look at that. We've got 6 burger families. So I guess... Once we go to level 2, oh, look at that. We can get ourselves some upgrades, get ourselves a whole bunch of stuff here. I don't want to do any of that stuff. All I want to do is get my upgrades officially sorted. But that would be great. Prioritize that as a top priority, please. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Brilliant. Oh, you love to see it. You really, really love to see it. Can I get myself another oxen? That would be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be really nice. Get another hitching post. Right, still says that we're low on food. Don't really believe it. Don't really believe it. Wait until a few more traders come past, and we'll see if we can try and get another oxen. There we go. Here comes the trader. Are you going to leave an oxen behind? You didn't leave an oxen behind. Not on this occasion. Next time. Next time there'll be an oxen. Right, that's 2 out of 3. And we should be 3 out of 3 for our burger houses in just a second. Boom. Look at that. Level 2 quest completed. I love all the the flavor text. The non-existent flavor text. There we go. The level 2 quest has been completed. That's it. Is that it in terms of everything that's here? I mean, to be honest, the only thing that we haven't done is claim a region. And I haven't done that because we just don't have enough influence yet. Can be gained by giving taxes to the church, raising population, building new manors, and improving development. So yeah, if I was to do the tithe, more, then that would allow me to that would allow me to gain a little bit more influence, which would be great. I don't think that it's I don't think that it's going to be hugely... I don't think it's going to matter hugely. We haven't made tools. We didn't extract stone or anything like that. But to be honest, I think we're going to wrap this up right about now. Did we get that second oxen? We got that second oxen. Holy cow. Can we get ourselves our second cart thing? What's it called? A hitch cart? I gotta try now, eh? Have to try. There we go. No, we're still only allowed to build one. That's a bit of a shame. That's a bit of a shame. We can assign a second person to the hitching post, though. You never know. Maybe that's... Oh, yeah, look. There's definitely 2 oxen. They're definitely walking around there. That's cool. Anyway, right. We're going to wrap this one up, folks. This has been a fantastic game. I am so unbelievably excited for this. And to think that there's combat, there's going to be, you know, politics and stuff. I mean, that's just tremendously, tremendously exciting. I cannot wait. It's going to be great. It already looks fantastic. It's gonna be marvelous. Right, folks, we're gonna wrap this one up. Thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Open Potato. Check out the Patreon if you're interested in helping make videos like this possible. But for now, and for me, my name's been Open Potato. I'll see you next time. Bye.